Welcome to your first project addition to your portfolio. We are going to scrape 2011 Premier League data, and we just want a simple data set. I want to build a data set with two columns. Number one, the team name and the points. So we just want the table for that data with the team name and the points. I'm going to scrape this data set here that I found on Sky Sports News website. So it's the Barclays Premier League 2011 to 2012. So you can see all the teams here that participated. We have about 20 teams that we have here. So this is just a simple data set for you to practice your skills. And please just know that Liverpool was number 8. Okay, so let's go straight into it. Firstly, like we said, we have 3 steps. Step number 1 is to download or to fetch the data or the source code. The number 2 we pass. The number 3 we save the data set. For the first step, we need the request library. Second step, make use of the beautiful soup library. In the final step, we're going to use the pandas library. Right. So first step, we need to import requests. Right. So I'm doing this in my Anaconda library. This is the Jupyter notebook. Right. So we've imported our request library, and we create here a variable for the URL. So this is the URL here. Just copy it. This is the URL. So now we download the source code. So just create a variable page, and I make use of the get method. So now we have done fetch there. We've downloaded our page here. You can check if you have been successful. So let's print the status. Print.status underscore code. So if it displays 200 or any other number that starts with 2 here, it means there's been successful. Any other number like a 4 or something, it just failed. Okay, so usually you need to have internet connection for you to fetch that data. Alternatively, you can do print.page. So we get that response. So it was successful. Right, so we're just seeing the code that it was successful. Let's see what we've downloaded. So you can do print.text. So we wanted to display the text that we just downloaded. Depending on the size, it may take time to load. Here we are. So these are all the HTML. All right. Put the hash here. Yes. So now, when I want to extract the data that we want, because this code right here, this is where the team name, the names of our teams that we want, this is where they are. This is where we have the points as well. So we now want to make use of these tags to access the data, the relevant information that we want here. This is where we need to start talking about the beautiful soup library. So let me import it. So before this, we're just using the requests library. So beautiful soup, we say from bs form import beautiful soup. Oh, it failed. All right, I just did this on purpose. When you want to import beautiful soup library, the B here is caps and the soup is capital letter S. All right, so it has been successful. So we successfully imported our beautiful soup library. Now let's create an object, a soup object, so that we can pass the HTML content that we have and display it in a readable format. The previous format here, the other one here, we were using the request library. It's really difficult to follow or for you to read. Now we'll see how the beautiful soup library does it. So we have created our soup object using beautiful soup. Page.text, so we want the text. HTML parser. Right, so now we can print this page on this prettify object here. Display it nicely. So now you can see what we mean by displaying the HTML page, the HTML document in a tree format or a readable format. So now you can see we have trees here. You can see our tags here. You can clearly note the parent tag, the child tags, and the next thing that is here is compared to the one we have above. This is really difficult to follow. All right, so I'll just do this so that we don't fill in here with the information that you don't want to use. All right, so you can search or you can go through to select the relevant information that you want using the tagging system here that we have. All right, let me just give you an example. Let's look for the letter, the tag, the A tag. All right, so print soup dot find A. So we're now using this find method here. So we have returned this, we've printed this. This is the A tag here. All right. You can also do this. Print soup.find or so you can see the difference now. Find, we just see this small thing here, and with find all, this is all that we got. So the difference between find and find all is that find, we print the first element. All right, first A tag that we have, it is the one that is printed here. But the find all, it prints all the A tags that we have in our HTML document. You can also see that find all returns a list here. You can see these are these square brackets here for a list. And the find A doesn't return it as a list. So this is just for you to know and how we can apply it later on in this tutorial. Okay, you can also do indexing. Let me show you. Suppose you want to return the second item that we have in the second A tag that we have in our HTML document. So second is simply number one in using Python numbering. With Python we count from 0. The first item in a list in Python is number 0, the second is number 1. So if you want the second, it's number 1 here. So we just return the second A tag. Alright. So now we've done some bits about this find method. We are going to use this a lot during this tutorial.